to my channel. My name is Emily. If this is your first time, you're welcome, and if you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back. Massive thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate your love and support. Today's video is to show how I use my Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven to cook some chips and also some fish fingers. This is my Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer. I have a review on this air fryer. Kindly check the video if you have not. And also I have made some recipes using this air fryer, which are all in my YouTube channel. The chips I use is this straight cut chips from Aldi, which cooks from frozen in 20 minutes. It is made with sunflower oil. It has no hydrogenated oil, no artificial color, flavoring or preservatives. This is the fish fingers I will be using. It comes as a pack of 30 pieces and it is from Farm Foods. The chips can be cooked in the oven at 200 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes or deep fried for 4 to 6 minutes. While the fish fingers can be baked in the oven at 200 degrees centigrade for 10 to 12 minutes or shallow fried for 5 to 6 minutes. As I will be using an air fryer, I will be following the instruction of baking in an oven. The Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer comes with 3 of these wire racks, and I'm going to use 2 of these racks for the chips and 1 for the fish fingers. I poured some chips on 2 of these wire racks and spread them in a single layer. This is to make sure that they cook evenly and thoroughly. No oil or cooking spray was added to the chips. The fish fingers comes like this in the pack, and I placed 4 of it on the wire rack. I was cooking some battered fish at the same time, so I cooked it together. To prevent the fish fingers from sticking to the wire rack, I sprayed it with this cooking oil. This is a sunflower cooking spray, but I'm sure any cooking spray would do. I sprayed the fish fingers on one side, then turned the sprayed side upside down onto the rack. These are all the racks filled and ready to go into the air fryer. This is my Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven. It is an 11 liters digital air fryer, which is a generous amount of space. I placed the rack containing the fish in the middle shelf and the racks with the chips at the top and at the bottom. Switching on the air fryer actually comes with an auto program for cooking chips at 180 degrees centigrade as shown by the icon on the left. But as the cooking instruction says to cook at 200 degrees centigrade, I will be using the air fryer as a normal oven and cook at 200 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. After about 10 minutes of cooking, I swap the racks with the chips at the top and the bottom so that it can cook evenly. This is the fish and chips when it has been fully cooked. This is a huge advantage of having this air fryer because it comes with a large capacity of 11 liters. It also comes with these racks which allows one to cook several foods at the same time. I'm able to cook the chips and the fish at the same time rather than cooking the chips then having to wait for it to be done before I can cook the fish. This is saving me time and also saving me electricity. Taking a closer look at the chips and fish, it comes out nice and crispy. And also the fish fingers did not stick to the rack, they came out quite easily. And there we have it, how to use the Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven to cook some chips and fish fingers. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos. And also kindly check my video on the review of this Tower air fryer and other videos in which I have used this air fryer to cook some other food. everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. If you've been here before, thank you very much for your love and support, and if you're new here, you're welcome. To all my new subscribers, I just want to say a massive thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate your support. This video is to show how I use the Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven to cook some frozen sausage rolls. Before we get into the video, please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and turn up the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Thank you very much. So this is the sausage roll that I will be using. It's from Iceland and it's a Greg's brand, and it's 4 sausage rolls in the pack. £2 for 4 sausage rolls. The cooking instructions says to cook in the oven for 25 minutes, either in a fan oven at 200 degrees centigrade or a gas oven at gas max 7. But because I will be using an air fryer, that would be a fan oven, so I would go with the 25 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade. Comes like this. 4 sausage rolls. I'm going to put 1, 2 on one, giving adequate space, and put the remaining 2 on the other rack. So I've got 4 pies on 2 separate racks. So this is my air fryer, and I'm just going to put the racks into the air fryer now. I placed them on these 2 lower racks. And I've just spaced it out like that. So that is it done. Now I'm going to open the air fryer and have a look. Right. This is what it looks like when it's been cooked for 25 minutes. This is the oil that came out of the sausage rolls. Now to see if it's fully cooked. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. If you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back, and to my new subscribers, thank you very much for your love and support. If you are new here, you're welcome. So please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Today's video is just to show how I made this quick lunch using the air fryer. This is the air fryer I have, the Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven. I have a video where I reviewed this digital air fryer oven, and I will put the link in the description box so that you can have a look at it. For this meal of chips, salmon and steamed vegetables, I used these frozen chips from Aldi, which cooks from frozen within 20 minutes. It's a straight cut chips with no hydrogenated oil and is made with sunflower oil. It has no artificial colors, flavoring or preservatives. It can be cooked in the oven or deep fry, but as I'm using the air fryer, I'll be going with the chips option of the air fryer, which is to cook for 180 degrees for around 15 to 20 minutes. I use these large salmon portions which I got from Farm Foods. It's boneless and skinless and can be cooked in several ways. It can be microwaved, grilled, shallow fried and oven baked. It comes as 5 portions which are individually wrapped like this. And the steamed veg, which was cauliflower, broccoli and carrot mix, was from HADDOCK. This is the salmon out of the individual packs with just salt sprinkled on it, and the chips in a single layer on 2 racks. No oil or no salt has been added. Switching on the air fryer, I chose the auto program for chips, which is to cook at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. Opening the air fryer, I placed the salmon at the bottom rack close to the drip tray, and I placed the 2 racks of chips at the next 2 layers. I swapped the racks of chips after about 10 minutes of cooking to make sure they are both cooked evenly. For the vegetable mix, I used a steamer. It comes as a 3-tier steamer, but here I'm just using 2 of it. This is the pot underneath where the hot water goes, and that's one of the baskets with the vegetable mix. This is the other basket if I needed to add more vegetables. For flavor, I sprinkled a bit of salt and gave it a shake. Then I placed it on the hob with some hot water and steamed it for a few minutes. You can choose to air fry your vegetables like carrots and broccoli, but I just chose to go with the steam method. I'm sure the air fried vegetables also will go well with your fish and salmon. This is the chips when it is fully cooked, nice and crispy. Decided to cook the salmon further, so I chose the fish option on the air fryer and cooked it for another 5 minutes. You could cook it longer if you would like it to be more brown. And there we have it, my air fried frozen chips and frozen salmon with steamed vegetables. I will be using this air fryer for more recipes, and I would be sharing them with you guys. The great advantage of this air fryer is that I could cook at least 2 meals at the same time. I didn't have to wait for the chips to be done before I was able to cook the salmon, which is a huge advantage compared to other air fryers with pots, so this enables you to cook multiple food at the same time, saving you time also and energy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. If this is your first time, you're welcome, and if you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back. Today's video is to show you how I use my Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven to cook some sweet potato fries and some haddock fish cakes. This is the air fryer that I will be using. Is the Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven. I have a video where I review this air fryer, which I will link up here, and also some other recipes in which I've used this air fryer. The sweet potato fries and the haddock fish cakes that I'll be using today are from Tesco's, and it comes in a pack like this. The cooking instruction for the sweet potato fries requires cooking at 200 degrees centigrade in the oven for 17 to 20 minutes. The smoked haddock fish cakes comes as a pack of 2, and the cooking instruction requires it to be cooked at 200 degrees centigrade for 18 to 20 minutes. The Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven comes with 3 of these wire racks, and I'm going to use 2 of these racks for the sweet potato fries and 1 of it for the fish cakes. The fish cakes comes as 2 in a pack, and I've got 2 of the pack, so I'm going to place all 4 of these fish cakes on 1 wire rack, leaving adequate spaces between each fish cakes. On the remaining 2 wire racks, I poured 1 pack of the sweet potato fries, 1 pack on 1 rack, and spread it evenly on the wire rack. No oil or cooking spray was added to the chips or the fish cakes. These are all the racks filled, ready to go into the air fryer. This is my Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven with 11 liters capacity. I placed the rack with the fish cakes in the middle of the air fryer, and the racks with the chips at the top and at the bottom of the air fryer. Switching on the air fryer, I set the air fryer to 200 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. Although this air fryer comes with a preset option for cooking chips, I just decided to use it as a normal oven and cook at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. After about 10 minutes of cooking, I moved about the racks of the fish cake and the sweet potato fries just to make sure that they all cook evenly and they have the lovely golden brown color. After about 18 minutes of cooking, the sweet potato fries were done, so I took them out of the air fryer and left the haddock fish cake to cook further. This is what the sweet potato fries look like when they are fully air fried. And now the fish cakes are fully cooked, that I can take them out of the oven and check them to make sure they are thoroughly cooked. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it has been helpful to give you an idea of how to use the Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer oven to cook some chilled sweet potato fries and haddock fish cakes. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos. Kindly check my review of this Tower air fryer and also other videos in which I have used this air fryer to cook some other recipes. welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. If you've been here before, thank you very much for coming back. Today's video is just a quick one on how to use the Tower 5-in-1 digital air fryer to air fry some frozen pork sausages. So this is the pork sausage I'll be using. Is Richmond Irish pork sausage. I got it from Farm Foods, and it's to be cooked from frozen for 20 minutes. So the cooking instruction says you could cook in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade, or you could grill it for 20 minutes. So because I'm going to air fry, I like going with the oven instruction. This is one of the racks of the air fryer. I should be able to fit all 8 sausages in one of these. So now I'm going to transfer it into the air fryer. This is my air fryer, so I'm going to transfer the pork sausages to air fry.